Hi. Well, what is this space? What do you think it is? Is it an old warehouse? Is it a former discotheque? Is it an art space? Was it all three? Stay tuned to find out. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Taylor, an American expat living in Malaysia, and I like to share my life and my travels with you. I hope everyone got to see my Christmas video that I put up last week. It was really fun to do that one. I hope you enjoyed it. So a new friend of mine suggested that I check out this KL art book fair. Now, I'd never been to this part of town, so I was excited to check it out. It was held in this huge former warehouse that in the 90s was a big discotheque called the Boom Boom Room. I wonder what kind of stuff went on there. But now it's a totally trendy art space called the Go Down. It's located right next to the KL Forest Eco Park, which is the last bit of rainforest left in the heart of Kuala Lumpur. I think the area is called Bukit Nanas, but I'm not sure. Please let me know if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will. Put it in the comments. Anyway, the Go Down is located between the Chang and the Gombak rivers in an area known locally as Pineapple Hill. The art center consists of an old colonial warehouse and a new modern addition, which is open and airy and open to everything. I like the contrast between the old building and the completely contemporary new addition made of concrete and steel. The area is intended to become inclusive of the street life and the life around it, not only for humans, but for plants and animals too. I'm sure you're going to see some animals around this courtyard once in a while, that's for sure. Come with me as I tour the KL Art Book Fair, the Go Down, and the surrounding area. It'll be fun. Hi, it's Taylor. Well, I'm at the KL Art Book Fair. It's at the Go Down, which is a warehouse space, an art space, and I'm going to check it out and show it to you because it looks really cool so far. They haven't opened the doors yet, but I'm excited to go in. Well, as I said, I had to wait to get in because I got there a little early. It said on the ticket noon. I didn't realize that that's what time it actually opened. It's funny because in the new edition, it's all this uneven pavement, which isn't great for old folks like me, but I managed okay and I didn't fall down once. But look at these planks you have to go over to actually get into the warehouse part of the building. I actually had a little hard time with that. But I was anxious to get in and see what the main space was all about. You can see what a wonderful job they've done on the space. And what a cool nightclub it must have been back in the day. The high ceilings must have been really wonderful for a bar. And I bet there was disco lights everywhere. Now the art book fair was a bit low on actual art books. I was kind of surprised about that. It seemed to be mostly stickers and small art prints. Now there were some books, but I was expecting big coffee table books, something, that you could look through, look at art or architecture, something like that. But there was hardly any of that. I'll show you here some of the exhibits. Take a look around. It's very colorful, if nothing else, and I really did enjoy it. I'm pretty sure that this fair was intended for much younger people than me because I was clearly the oldest person there, without a doubt. But they had some cool music and it was a neat vibe. I did enjoy it. In the new addition part, upstairs, They had a little place you could relax and get a snack. I went up there just to look around. But then I decided I was hungrier than just a snack. So I Googled and found some places nearby that I thought I would check out, just a block or so away. I did think the Go Down was wonderful though, and it was so cool the way it was totally open to the rainforest in the middle of Kuala Lumpur. So I hadn't had any breakfast, so I was feeling hungry, and I thought I'd head right over to the restaurants. On the way, I saw this old church which was really cool, called St. John's, I believe. And then there was this telecom museum. Now, I don't know what that is, but the building is really grand. I might have to check that out sometime. But I was too hungry, so I just went on my way to the restaurant. I think you can actually see the KL Tower in some of this footage, so you know it's right in the heart of the city. The streets were vibrant and alive, with workers out for a stroll or out to get some lunch. I chose Timothy's, which is right next to this really charming pedestrian alley. And I know why now it said online that Timothy's and the adjacent area was very Instagrammable. It really was. It's listed as one of the most Instagrammable places in KL. Once I got in the restaurant, I really liked the decor. It's just sort of funky and old looking, but really has a warm vibe. The staff was friendly and nice, and I love the way it has those windows on the side that look out into the pedestrian alley. That added a lot of light to the space, which otherwise would have probably been pretty dark. I had a lovely lunch. I had a pasta dish, an iced lemon tea, and it was yummy. And then I had a chocolate muffin and a latte for dessert. Now, it was all very good, but I thought it was rather pricey. The total, including service charge and tax, was 74 ringgit, which I think is an awful lot for a little lunch for one person. But I guess you're paying for the Instagrammability of the place. I don't know. After lunch, I checked out the alley some more, and I did a little walk around on the street, and I found this cute little bookstore that sold used and new books. I looked in the window because they were closed for lunch, I see. So I thought, well, maybe I'll hang around and go back later, because I had really wanted to buy a book at the book fair. Well, don't you think that's what you do at a book fair? But alas, I didn't find any that I liked there. So I thought, well, I'll buy a book here at this bookshop. I saw some in the window that I thought were interesting. But they were closed till 2:45, so I had to go and find something else to do in the meantime. I thought it was kind of quaint that they were closed for lunch. A really small business, I'd say. Just down the street from the bookstore is a cafe called Local, and it was fabulous, really trendy. Look around here at these pictures. I thought it was gorgeous, and that's probably where I'm going to check out if I go there again to this neighborhood. Now, I just had a coffee there, so I didn't spend much more money, just 12 ringgit. But I love the ambiance of the place. It's really cool and trendy, don't you think? Well, you can tell it's trendy, I guess, by that woman with the red hair. Or pink hair. I guess it's pink. I saw some of the food going by to other tables, and it looked really good, so I am going to eat there next time I'm in that area. They also had a wonderful courtyard in the back that you can see here. It was neat. Well, the whole building was like new and old mixed together. It sort of reminded me of Singapore because it was all white in the front and white and black. I think that's sort of the Singapore look. But the courtyard was adjacent to all these other shops too, including the bookshop. Now, since I had really wanted to get that art book, I did go back to the bookstore after they reopened, and it was charming. There were 2 other customers in there though, and so it was kind of crowded. Can you imagine with just 2 other customers? But I've wanted a coffee table book. You know, when I moved here from the US, I had a lot of nice books, really a lot. But you just hesitate to move such heavy things across the world. And as many of you know, I moved here with only 2 suitcases, so books weren't on my packing list at all. Anyway, I found this cool book on terrace houses in Malaysia. I love terrace houses, and this really shows how they can be so dramatic inside and completely different from the outside. I think that's really neat. Well, I was thinking about going home then, so I was walking around waiting for my grab, and then I saw this other cafe called the Kleptocrat. So when I saw the name and saw a picture of that yacht, there was only one thing that came to mind, as I'm sure many Malaysians will remember. And I know for a fact that that cafe would not have been allowed to be there 8 years ago. So you probably know what I'm talking about. So I headed back home after that, but I know that I'm going to be back in that neighborhood. I really liked it. I wouldn't mind living there. Of course, I almost say that to every new neighborhood I go to, don't I? But I'm going to check it out some more, and I also will definitely go back to any of the art shows that the Go Down has. I really liked that space. Now, I did take a Grab there, but I think I could find it on my motorcycle. Sometimes I just like to check it out first to see if it's safe to get there. Now, the Grab went on the highway, but I see I could go sort of pretty much a straight shot down Ampong. Well, I hope you had a fun time exploring a new part of KL, at least to me. And it makes me realize there's pockets like that all over KL, and I can't wait to find them and share them with you guys. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell too, because then you won't miss any of my videos. Thanks so much for accompanying me today. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. So, that's all I have for today. So talk to you later. Bye.